Okay, so at this point we've talked about Ingrid's normals, her throw offense, but what about our offense, right? How do I take advantage of Ingrid's defensive options to open her up and pressure her? So in that regard, uh, Ingrid has like a standard, 4-frame mash, very consistent conversions into DP, very standard 23-frame backdash, nothing interesting there. In regards to her teleports, they are invincible, right? But the invincibility kicks in after 12 frames. So, like on defense, this is really like a non-factor. If you're doing a real mix-up, like a real meaty, this is like irrelevant. So, what's not irrelevant though is her DP. So, she has a light DP. This is air invincible. It is frame 8, which is a little bit slower than usual, but it is on a quarter circle. This is air invincible. The EX version of that move is not a reversal at all. Her reversal is her parry. This is the meterless version. This is the EX version. So the difference is the meterless version is, first of all, it's frame 6. So that means, number one, when you're trying to stun her, you don't have to treat her any differently than a normal character. So you're like, heavy into DI. Into DI is going to work. Unlike JP, right? JP, you have to treat him specially because his meterless amnesia is very fast. This is slower than a throw, right? So that means if your setup lost to this, it would also lose to a throw. But yeah, this also works against single hit projectiles, but not throws or multi-hit projectiles. The X version beats all of those above. It beats strikes, it beats throws, and it beats multi-hit projectiles. And here's an example. Yeah, here we go. Right, my throw just lost. My DI just lost. And my EX Firebolt, quote unquote, just lost. I'm actually still plus here, but yeah. So here's the thing. How does the parry exactly work? So let's just put on the Meterless Parry for a second, and I'll show you why. Okay. Let's look at the frame data here. Wow, that's a crazy pause frame. But yeah, so here is her waking up from the throw. This is so distracting, man. This is the startup of the parry. This is the active frames of the parry, the purple. And here's my jab hitting her. But once the parry is triggered, right, on this frame, she enters this attack where there's a 12-frame startup attack, which has invincible startup, but it's 12 frames. So my jab recovers in time for me to block. And as we'll see in like a second, I'm +3. So she's -3 on this attack. But notably, I am actually not in throw range here. So it's sort of an awkward situation, right? But because it's so slow, the meterless parry can be like jabbed and you can still block in time. The EX version is much faster. So it is number one, it's frame 1, right? And as you can see, that parry attack, instead of 12 frames, it's now 6 or the 7, right? It hits on the 7th frame. So theoretically, if you have a very, very quick move that recovers in less than that much time, you can technically do it. But more realistically, this is where save gems come in, right? And as you can see, I was able to block just fine. But what's interesting, though, is that hit also breaks armor. So I tried to DI upon my landing, and it broke my armor. But because it's still a hit, you can technically... I'm not good at doing it, but you can perfect parry. I'm not so sure how practical this is, right? It looks very cool, but it's quite hard to do on purpose, and I'm not sure... Maybe there's like a hit stop OS against this. Not really sure if it's worth doing. You can technically OS with super as well, by buffering the super as you land. Yeah, not so sure how useful it would be. In general, I think the much better option against Ingrid is just don't really do safe jumps. Just do like a safe jab. because her supers are very slow. So level 1, 11 frames. Doesn't matter how many stars she burns on the level 1. It's still 11 frames. And her level 3 is... Oops, no, not meter. Is 20 frames. So both of which very, very easy to safe jab on Wake Up. Let's try this out. I don't play Ryu, so let's see if I can do it on first try. Too late? Yeah. Too early? That wasn't even meaty. That should work. Yeah, there we go. And then the level 3 is so much slower that it only really works against, like, you know, a meaty throw, or maybe like a DI or something. You know, this is really not that good of a reversal at all. It's very invincible, but not so good on like a defensive read. Okay, so I wanted to talk about 2 more things with her parry. As before, I mentioned, right, when it connects with a strike, the parry attack is 6 frames, and when it connects with a throw, the parry attack is 5. Not sure if that has any meaning, this like 5 versus 6, but when it connects with a projectile, she does that like flourish with her hands, and that has more recovery, right? So as you see, I'm plus 22. And this purple here looks like it's more like parry active frames, but it's actually not. The punish counter. She just gets hit. So as a way to hedge your bet against Wake Up level 1s, Wake Up EX parry, Wake Up drive parry, meaty EX projectiles do work well. So yeah, that's something you can exploit. Interestingly enough, the EX parry doesn't work against super projectiles at all. And that sounds like a very useless property. Like, why would that ever matter? And it actually matters a lot. And it matters a lot because of DPOS. So Ingrid, of course, she has like a drive rush after her like low forward. If she does something like this, right, DPOS will work. But she has a unique option in her parry because she could do this to blow up your DPOS. So here's what that looks like. Right? Absolutely cooked. Right? And she can actually do the meterless parry for even more reward here, actually. So, see that? I am minus 34, right? So, she gets a full punch. Now, what comes in handy here is Juri's level 1 counts as a projectile. There are some other characters, right? There's some obvious candidates like, like Luke, Guile, Ryu, Akuma, Sagat. These guys obviously have Chun-Li. Obviously, they have projectile level 1s. But there are some unique options like, you know, JP, or I mean, JP is pretty normal. Mai's counts as a projectile, right? So these guys, they have unique options against this. So, check this out. It wasn't reversal timing, but it does work. Gosh darn it. There we go. Blows her right up. So yeah. If I would do EX parry, but it also works there. It's important to note is there's not enough block stun on the low forward for her to do like a teleport afterwards. There is if she does like the standing medium kick. There's more block stun there, right? So the EX DP gets blown up by the teleport. But funnily enough, for Juri, shout out to Juri. This wasn't fast enough. I don't want to keep dropping the input. The level 1 still catches her. In fact, the level 1 actually catches the upwards teleport as well. So, I mean, that wasn't reversal timing, but it does still work. So it's pretty funny, actually. She gets to cover both the upwards teleport, the back teleport, parry, and like a fake block string all in one go. She does have one option, Ingrid. You can do the forward teleport, right, like this, and it goes right through. So it's not completely free, but actually Juri gets to cover much more options in one go than like Akuma, Ryu. I tried to fit with a few other characters, and yeah, so shout out to Juri. Yeah. So this is one situation where that niche property does matter. So be on the lookout for that. You have to treat her sort of like Blanca and like Rashid, because they do have character-specific options that blow up DPOS, so it's not as free or guaranteed. So be aware of that. But yeah, with that being said, that's about it for her defense and parry tricks. I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.